Okay, today we're going to talk about the three cornerstones of the swing. Let me ask you this. Have you ever played this game on the golf course where you got a couple of groups ahead of you and you're near the first tee waiting to tee off, you're trying to get loose. Then as each player gets up and hits before you, you're looking at their address position and you're trying to say, okay, this guy's going to hit a good shot. Whew. Next guy gets up with a weird, dress position. In other words, you can tell so much by a golfer by how he addresses the ball. And they say 90% of all the errors take place at the address position, which is true. Because if you're not addressed right, which I've gone over plenty of times, how do you expect to hit the ball right? So today, the three cornerstones of the golf swing, first one is address position. Including how you grip the club. Now, there's a video that I've made quite a while ago now about the grip. You know me, I tend to stay more like this rather than the very strong grip and then the other hand down. A lot of people on the internet are pushing a stronger grip, but then that means that just more of a tendency for you to roll the hands. So if you want a stronger grip, to get that stop happening, you have to get way ahead of the club and hit it like that. Play around with your own grip and see which is best for you. Also, I keep my stance narrow because I have problems with flexibility and I can get more of a pivot with my feet closer together. If you're flexible, then use your own judgment. Maybe just outside the shoulders should be the widest you go, right? Don't go too wide or you'll get yourself off balance. You move your head. The whole point of the stance, of the address position, is to have the head over the ball. I put my right thumb even with the ball. Those that know me know this. And then when I swing, I'm swinging around my spine and head and keeping the balance, right? That's how you keep your balance, swinging around yourself, right? And that's very important. So the address position used to be, in the old days, let's say bend the knees and sit down. Now most people agree that keeping the legs almost straight, not quite, just a little bend in the knees helps you make a better move through impact. I agree. So that's basically the address position and how it helps us get through the ball. Just like that. The second cornerstone of the swing is your takeaway and weight shift. How do you move your weight from being basically even on both feet to the right foot? You can move it just before you swing, or you can move it back as the club goes back. It's up to you. Play around with it. How you get yourself in the right mood to see is just do this. Your Hogan drill. See how it feels. See how the plane feels. Now don't forget, when you're on plane, you can't think about it when you play, but when you practice, to be on plane, when we're here, we want this butt end of the club right on the ball, so you get to go through it on plane. It's very important. Some people confuse that with making it happen manually, meaning taking it here, going like this. That's not going to work. How it really should work is just like you swinging like this. Just like this. Now, if you look at me and you say, Tony, I agree with you about swing playing, but man, you're so flat compared to me. Well, you determine the swing plane by how close you stand to the ball. You stand closer, obviously swing plane's going to be more upright. You stand further away, it's going to be flatter. And there are times where you need a little flatter swing, like if the ground is soaked and you got to hit through water, or you're in a fairway trap and you just want to hit the ball first and not the sand. Some people prefer to stand further away from the ball. I don't. I actually try to hit down on the ball and compress it out of a fairway trap. But anyway, it's up to you. You have to play with these things. But as far as the takeaway goes, just get a rhythm. Get a rhythm. See where your hands end up. One of the things that I use constantly, especially when I was younger, is when I was confused about the swing. Don't forget, when I was a kid, we didn't have all these pros giving lessons. We had Golf Magazine, we had Golf Digest, you know. And when I got those magazines, I would study the pro of the month. Usually had a swing of the month or the pro of the month. And now, of course, with the internet, you can look up any pro. So if you're a young golfer, even if you're an older golfer, look up your favorite pro and see what they're doing in their swing. And even the female golfers have some incredible swings. So don't be afraid to study some of the great female golfers, because they can teach you just as much. Everybody's still swinging, a stick with a grip and a head on it. They have a little different way of go about it. A lot of them push the hips manually through the ball for extra oomph, whereas the guys tend to start the takeaway with a coil and keep a coil and let the coil release, like Rory. But that's what I would do. When you're talking about a takeaway and a way to swing the club, look up your favorite golfer from all angles and see what they do and try to emulate that. But you'll see, without a doubt, to each golfer, when they're almost at impact, that butt end of the club is pointing right at the ball, right? Or very close to it. That's just gospel. That's the checkpoint. But if you don't know what to do, just take the club like this, rock back, and get a swing. Get a swing. And when you do that, don't move your head. You're trying to keep the spine angle in place. So, okay. And if you're having trouble, start off with a wedge. Start off with a short shot. Hit wedges. Go, boom. Oh, hit that good. Do it again. Boom, hit that good. Okay, let me move back a little bit. Boom, hit that good. So now you've grooved a swing that is halfway back. And boom. Notice how my front side is moving through the ball, even on a short wedge shot. I'm letting my weight go back just a little, and then I'm pushing it through. That's very important. So the second part is the takeaway and keeping the club on plane. See what I can do here. Right down the middle. So that's what you got to do. Right? That's number 2. Okay, so number 3 cornerstone, which is maybe the most important, even though it's not a technical thing, is when you hit the ball, you should be right there with your chest facing the target, the club up in the air, and on balance. Balance is the third one. So if you're got a swing, as crazy as it may seem, but your balance coming through, chances are you're hitting a good shot. If you're coming through and losing your balance, or you're leaning back, or you're leaning forward, no. And again, go back, think about swing playing, feel it, feel it. Don't try to kill it. Keep the balance. Keep your balance. You have to have balance to hit the club the way you want, to hit the ball in the center of the club. Get the flight, get the distance. You have to have balance. And a lot of people, they may cream a great shot and they half fall over and they go, well, that was great. No, it wasn't. Not if you're falling over. And the thing that keeps you in balance, of course, is by not moving off the shot. Keep the head, the spine, and everything working together. That's what you got to do. And start with a wedge and slowly work up. So you have that balance. Now me, because of my handicap, I don't even have balance. But I can swing the club with balance. So there's no excuse. None. You follow these 3 rules and evaluate how your swing is, especially now at the end of the season. It's the end of the season here in Connecticut anyway. Don't worry, I'm gonna continue doing videos throughout the winter, hook or crook, even if I have to go inside and do them on a screen. I'm gonna continue on. I really appreciate the support. I started in February and it's November 2nd. So I'm very happy. Thank you for watching and look for my next video. And good luck with your swing and your balance. Take care.